I do have a flag. Hello, everyone. Happy anniversary. Can we get that going? All right.
Yes, yes, we can see it. Looks good. And you have right. Maybe we have found a home for you.
Yes. Welcome to this space. I was just messing around. I want to say fucking around in the metaverse. I believe in our freedom of speech clause. I can curse, right? It's my grand pleasure to be here and to interact with the greater community today. I can imagine all of your little avatars in the metaverse in front of me. And I am here to speak to you about human-centric design in the future of cities and looking at how we evolve both in the metaverse, but also in the 3D real world. And my specialty is at the cross section of human physiology and technology. And so I'm a naturopathic doctor by training. At my root, I'm a political economist. So looking at building new systems is a tremendous passion of mine. And the space that Liberland offers both in the metaverse and in the real world, I was just, how long ago was it? A few weeks ago in the territory of Liberland on that cruise that we had, that wonderful cruise, meeting lots of the Liberlanders for the first time. It was my first true engagement on the ground with this community, and I'm really excited about what we can build together. And the space that I really steward here is in the vein of preventative health, taking people who think they're healthy and showing them how much healthier they could be. And so that rests on many different levels. It interacts deeply with the future of how things like IoT, technology, the Internet of Things, how we start to move around in cities. And if it is not designed around the human being, then we become more robotic and we become more dead, effectively, rather than alive. And so I run an institute actually called the Institute for Aliveness, because I am a big advocate for human beings becoming more human beings, less human doings, and coming more into our body and our human experience. And so what I want to offer to you today, in light of thinking futuristically, so if you can think about an XR, VR, AR experience where you're walking down the street and you're as much involved in your digital world as in the real world. Of course, you'll have to think about not running into things and all of these other things, but the beauty that technology can give us in reflection to our own physiology is to bring us back to things like our breath. And so everyone watching this right now, especially those of you in your little avatars, take a really deep breath. And if you rolled your eyes at that and didn't do it, I'm going to give you 2 more chances. Actually do it. And just see what does it feel like to take this deep human breath. Notice where the air flows in the body. Right? Notice how the cavity of your body expands. And as you exhale, it contracts. And notice the subsequent feelings. Perhaps you feel a little more energetic. Perhaps you feel a little more able. Perhaps there's more space in your spine. Right? Perhaps you're in a micro better mood than you were before you did that. And the thing is that with technology, with all of the brain power that we have, and don't get me wrong, I'm an intellectual fan, or I usually say elitist, but I'll keep that out of this space. We have a tremendous ability to get stuck in our mind and forget the body. And yet when we enter the metaverse, right, there's a tremendous risk for us to do this even more. And so the invitation today is to stay in the human body and also to stay in the human experience, to stay really real about things. And those of you who are Liberland representatives, you've seen my increasing chat participation over the past few months, where I have kind of called a few individuals out, or perhaps I should say up to a higher level of emotional intelligence. And we had a small talk about this on the boat on the Liberland anniversary cruise. And I've been invited to hold a workshop in the Liberland space in emotional intelligence about kind of coming face to face with a lot of the challenges and the patterns that we all experience in our lives. And, if you can think of it just right now, the last time you were really upset, right? Think of it, close your eyes. Think of the last time that you were really upset. What was it about? Yeah, you can think of the people involved. You can think of the story. And then kind of zoom yourself out and see what story it is, right, that's repeating, that perhaps was there earlier in your life that you've told many times before. and then see what kind of role you have in it. And thus, you can take that 3D perspective, just like you can with your avatar in the metaverse, take that 3D perspective and say, wait a minute, like what patterns am I playing? What am I running? And you can be really honest with yourself. You can look in the mirror. And so that's the kind of work that I do in preventative health around emotional intelligence, which is just as important to physical health and societal health, especially societal health. And so, yeah, amongst all of this, there is a lot of room for growth for all modern humans, especially modern humans who are delving into realms, metaversal realms. Hi, Vid. And it is a tremendous opportunity that we all have to come back to our body, our breath, and to look in the mirror.